Good morning. Hi, I'm Kristin Omdahl. Welcome back to Yarn on the Beach. This is episode 181 and we're here live in Southwest Florida, specifically at Bonita Beach this morning, watching the sunrise over the buildings and the trees to the east. And this is the Gulf of Mexico behind me. We've got a little bit of a breeze this morning and the waves are a little rougher than they have been for a few days, which sounds gorgeous. Hi Gail, hi Judy, DJ, Ruthie, Lisa. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me live. If you're joining me live, please feel welcome to say hello. Let me know what you're crafting this morning, and if you watch the recorded version, please also feel welcome to say hello. I make a point to reply to all of the recorded comments as well. Hi Cynthia, Sarah May, Rachel, Elisa, Beatrice. Thank you all so much for joining me live. Happy Friday. Hi Cindy. Hi Karen, hi Chantel and Sherry, Stacy, good morning. Hi Pamela, good morning. I got here a few minutes ago. Oh Jane, all right, well just remember to stay patient and you can do it. Thank you Chantel, this is one of the dresses from my Amazon shop. I absolutely love the print on this one, and it's an interesting print because some of the floral pattern is 100% opacity and some of it is much more muted, so it gives a lot of dimension to the print and it makes it not as busy, and I love that. It has tons of colors in it, which means there's lots of different colors that you can pick up on for styling with it. You can go with the yellow, the blues, the turquoises, the greens, the pinks, the reds, the purples. There's even some neutrals in there and some brown. Even a bit of a black undertone in the leaves. So really you can pick up on any one of those colors to accessorize with. I'm wearing fine chandelier earrings in bling yarn this morning in the original sunrise color for Yarn on the Beach. Oh, thanks Lisa. Happy birthday Beatrice. Hi KB. So I brought a bunch of shawls to show you this morning that are different colors that can go with this dress. And I also brought a couple of clips because I thought it would be really great for showing you on the fly how to turn the different shawls into other garments. The one that I specifically wanted to show you this morning I couldn't find. So the Sunny Isles crochet shawl that's made in sun-kissed yellow Be So Fine yarn, I think would go really beautifully with the highlight colors of the yellow flowers on this dress in the print. And it's a long rectangle, and what I wanted to do was drape it across one shoulder so that to bring the 2 points to the other shoulder and use my pin to show you how to make it a poncho. So because I couldn't find it, I brought a couple other rectangles to show you the same silhouette and that it's something you could do with any of them. Uh-oh, where's the other one? Oh, for goodness sakes. Okay, well there's only one then. And I have a bunch of other things too to show you. But, so here is a long rectangle. And what I'm gonna do, woo! Watch out skirt. It's windy, so this will be challenging. Just wrap it around one shoulder and try to do it evenly. It's hard without a mirror and in the wind, but I will try. If you do this at home, it would be way easier. Hi Lily, hi Jane. This particular shawl is one of the pieces from my book, Crochet So Fine. And you can also find it as an instant download at the publisher of that book's website, which is interweavestore.com. And so look at how I've changed a plain rectangle into a poncho slash top. So I've left it open from the second corner off, but if you grabbed a second clip, which is why I grabbed the second clip. Yes, it has a 6-pointed star, which you could definitely use as a Star of David. Yes, for sure. So you could do that, and you have more of a cold shoulder top that way. You could also pin here then if you wanted to join it at the 2 separate corners of the short edges. You would have a sleeve. You could do a cold shoulder and a sleeve with joining it in the 3 spots. But even just joining it in the 2 spots, I think that's beautiful. even just joining it at the one spot, it's still beautiful. This is in Be So Fine yarn in colorway Jaded Peacock. This one is 5 years old or so. It's a darker version of Jaded Peacock than we have now, but you get the idea. It's a darker green. And I just wanted to really show you that silhouette and how easy it is to take a rectangle. I have a beautiful shawl in Be So Sporty yarn called Simply Stripes that could also be styled this way. And that's the other one I meant to bring. Oh well, when I find them, I'll bring them. So you could also do this with half circle shawls. So I brought a couple of half circles. This is the Bonita Beach knit lace shawl done in Be So Fine yarn, color Crushed Berries. And you could do this also with the half circle shape. So we'll put it over one shoulder. Like that. And grab that pin. Now I'm using a little decorative pin or clip, and you could do that, or if you were going to do this purposefully, you could either add a button or even sew it so that it stayed there permanently. But look at that, I've taken a shawl and turned it into a little poncho style top here as well. And I think that that is absolutely adorable. Now if you wanted to make it permanent, you could sew down that whole edge even if you wanted to. I like it left open. I think it gives you a little more room in the arm. Now, and you can change how wide you want this at the top. I think it's cute coming off the shoulder a little bit, and I love diagonal lines at the neckline. But however you feel comfortable, you could change that up. I'm gonna move the camera up a little bit. There, I think you can see it better now. So this is the Bonita Beach knit shawl, and you can find that one on my website. It's one ball of Be So Fine yarn, and this pattern also uses that elongated drop stitch that we talked about the other day, and there is a video for it as well. I have a couple other shawls shaped that way I can show you that will do the same thing. This is a lace sampler shawl, also in one ball of Be So Fine yarn. So this uses more of the ball, right? Bonita Beach one, I must not have used the whole ball. This was the first sample I ever made when Be So Fine yarn first came out, by the way. I always love that. So this one, I actually tried to use the full ball of yarn to see how big of a knit lace shawl I can make. And it has lots of different stitch patterns, so it's a sampler. And it's done in a pie formation, for those of you who are familiar with that. We do lots of increases on certain rows, so you don't have to increase within the pattern. And look at how cute that is as a top. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, one easy way to dress up a simple dress, a simple tank top, a simple pants and shirt outfit. I think it's a great way to dress anything up, to add a little bit of lace like that. And it's a no fuss project then. It stays so secure with the pin, or however you choose to pin it, that, I mean, your arms are free and it just, no fuss whatsoever. So I'm going to show you that you can also do this with a half hexagon shape. Excuse me. So I brought the Princess Hibiscus shawl with me this morning too, which is a top-down half hexagon shape. And obviously there's a gazillion ways to style all of these, but today I wanted to take special attention and show you how to do it with the pin. This is called Princess Hibiscus. Thank you. This is 100% bamboo. See how soft that is. You like the shape? Here, I'll show you the whole thing.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Thank you. That shape you can wear in a bunch of different ways.
Oh, the color is cool.
Yes, the colors are good too. Yes. Yeah. Oh, I don't sell the shawl. I sell the instructions in the yarn.
I know.
I'll teach you how to make it.
I know that.
Come to my knitting club and I'll teach you.
I should go or something.
You should. Every Tuesday from 6 to 8. Tuesday? Yeah. At Panera in North Naples.
Oh, right on in that shop.
At Wiggins Pass. Yeah, we're DSW and Five Guys.
So is that crochet?
This one's knit.
Oh, I like knitting better than crochet.
Okay.
They're so light. You know, more
Oh yeah.
In Florida.
Yeah, cotton and bamboo are perfect too. I mean, you can wear it year round here in Florida. In the air conditioning, this is perfect in a movie or the
Even
restaurant.
just for dressing up.
Oh, at night? Absolutely, yes.
I like that. I have to
Yeah,
do that.
this one you wear for dressing up over a black dress.
Oh, pretty.
That looks amazing over a black dress. That ruffle, very romantic.
And what size needle?
This is an 5 millimeter.
I have all of them. But how many all I know is knit and purl.
There's a decreased stitch, which is just knitting a couple of them together at one time. And it's all stuff you could learn.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's all stuff you could learn.
I've done some of it. Looks so
Yeah. Thank you. Everybody's saying hi to you too.
Please announce it. They know that.
Bye, have a great weekend. Bye. They're so sweet. Okay, so we'll go back to Princess Hibiscus. All right, we're gonna wrap it around one shoulder. Oh, thanks, Stacy. I am a natural born promoter for sure. That is something that I love. Okay, so here is the half hexagon done on the one shoulder. The stripe really looks cute like this, and the ruffle looks really cute like this, but by putting it on the one shoulder, you now have those two corner points on a diagonal on this side and on this side. It almost gives the look of a raglan shape, right? Like a raglan shape yoke, but a little bit different because the one side's still open. I think it's really interesting and fun. So that's how to do. Oh, Sarah, my eye's a little bit better, but not, well, it's better. I did not feel like I was ready for eye makeup yet today though, so I still feel a little naked. I'm not somebody that likes to leave the house without eye makeup, so feel a little naked in that regard, but it's getting there. It's definitely better. This one is the Princess Hibiscus shawl. I'll go through and name all of them again before the end. Oh yeah, that would be adorable with jeans. So then this one is the razor shell shawl, and it's definitely reminiscent and inspired by one of the seashells here at the beach. I love the shape of this, and it's a half circle. A little hard to see in the wind today, but hopefully you get it. And if you go to my website and search patterns by shawls, you'll see better photos of all of these and get to choose which ones you want to make. So I'll show you, this is a half circle again with a ruffle, the half circle with the ruffle, and you'll see that this one looks really pretty like this too. And and then I'm going to show you that you can also do this as a capelet as well. Yeah, the red is so beautiful. This is Be So Fine yarn and $1 Million Red, and this is a one ball project still. So you could do it all the way on the side like we've been showing, like that, but with these shapes, half circles, if you bring it all to the front, you immediately have a capelet too. How gorgeous is that? Maybe not the right color for this dress. It's not hideous, but over a solid color dress, you would see the detailing of this stitch work so much better. Melissa, we can see you. So this looks amazing as a capelet, and honestly, it's not a capelet. It's a half circle shawl. So even though it's a shawl, there's still a ton of different ways that you can wear this. This one looks really beautiful tied at the waist too. I've demonstrated that at live shows before. Not, this is live, and you know, like at teaching engagements in shops. And again, maybe not the right dress, but this looks amazing tied around the waist. Okay, I've got one more half circle to show you, and then we'll move on to some belts. Since we started belts yesterday, I wanted to show you some belts slash head wraps. But here's one more lace shawl. This is the Misty Memories. Also a one ball shawl with So Fine yarn. And this is colorway Harbor Fog. And this looks really pretty with this dress now that I'm holding it up. Free pattern on my website. Can't remember if there's videos for it. Oh, with blue jeans and a blue jean skirt. Yes, in fact, I think all of them would look good with jeans or a jean skirt. Oh, where'd my pin go? Okay, so we'll start this one pin. I think I did it even. So we can start it like this. Immediately, it can be worn as a capelet, right? Immediately. It's a no-brainer. Then turn it on the side though. You open that one shoulder up, you've got a whole different look. Just, I don't know, it looks kind of Grecian or goddessy. I think it looks just beautiful. And again, it looks pretty over printed dress, but those the stitch pattern and all of the intricate details would really pop over a solid color fabric. Very much so. Let's see, do I have anything solid to show you? Yeah, let's, guess I could pop this underneath so you can see. See, you can see, already see the stitch better if there was a solid color, a solid contrast color underneath. Oh, Judy, that's great. She's working on the Cardi Wrap vest and the birch vest. Wonderful. Yeah, the side pinning is really attractive on. I think it's a little bit sexy, you know. It's that nice sweet spot between sexy and frumpy, right? What level is this shawl? I would call it, take a look. I would call it advanced beginner to maybe beginning intermediate, but it's not hard. Definitely not hard. None of these patterns are considered hard. I don't like to write patterns to be difficult. I'm honestly not trying to impress anybody with my skills. I'm trying to empower people to want to make stuff. And because of that mindset, I'm always trying to make things deceptively simple. Does that make sense? Excuse me. Now, lace shawls are always easier to drape when you go with fine yarn, right? When you use a bulkier yarn, you don't have nearly as many draping options. They can be beautiful worn in their existing state of a shawl, but if you really want to, you know, have all of these styling options, the key is having that draping factor. So that's how you can get away with all these different styling things and not make it super bulky and make you look heavier or chunkier, which nobody wants to do that, right? I also brought a couple of shrugs with me this morning to show you how cute they look over a dress. A lot of, not all of them, but most of those were knit. This one was crocheted. The next few are going to be crocheted that I show you too. So this is a shrug done in one ball of Be So Fine yarn. This one is in my book, Continuous Crochet, and my publisher also sells all of those patterns as instant downloads now if you don't want to buy the book. If you want to buy the book, you can still buy it, and I have all of them listed in my Amazon shop. So this is just a rectangle that's sewn along the two short edges of the long edges to make sleeves. And how cute does that look over a dress, even on a printed dress? I think this is an example where a print looks really fantastic over a printed dress. You can pick up the stitch detailing on the arm, and the color looks fantastic with this dress. And although the stitch pattern is, you know, a little complicated, it's an offset shell type of a pattern, but not super difficult. And so what you're making is you're making a rectangle and sewing a little bit of the two long ends. Does that make sense spatially now if I show it to you like that? It's a long rectangle that's folded in half with just a little bit of sewing on each end of those rectangles. So think about it. You could take any stitch pattern and make a little scarf like this and turn it into a shrug. Any of them. You go through any reference book and do this. Here's another one. This one I took strips of fabric and did that same thing. So once you have your rectangle, you just sew a little bit of the two edges of the rectangle and you've got a shrug, which is a great way to cover up your arms, your upper arms. You know, the one little spot of our arms that we'd rather hide sometimes. This color looks pretty with the dress too. This is Be So Sporty yarn in colorway Lilac Memories. This one comes as a free pattern on my website with charts, line-by-line instructions, photo tutorial, and it also has videos. And this is a one-ball project in Be So Sporty yarn. If you wanted to make it bigger, you could make the strips longer. You could add more strips to make it wider. But as it is in this size, it is one ball of Be So Sporty yarn. And I'll show you, these are strips of fabric that are joined as you go. And then, oh, and then here's a shrug that we showed last week, but also same concept. It's a knit rectangle, just like a scarf, so you can do this with any stitch pattern, and just sew up a tiny bit of the edges of the long edge. I'm not the most graceful person at putting these on without a mirror, sorry. Okay, there we go. Again, how put together does that look? I mean, I think they look great over dresses. Just that little bit of sleeve just really looks adorable and put together. And this is Be So Sporty Yarn Passionate Plum. And a one ball project. It's hard? I don't think it's hard. And then I wanted to bring two little skinny scarves today to show you that they would make super cute belts. Skinny scarf actually doubles really nice as a belt. Oh yeah, sometimes they're hard to put on unless someone's helping. So how cute is that as a belt? Another way to just, I don't know, add a little bit of another element, another layer, and just accessorizing. So I think that looks super cute. I'll show it to you in a gold. Not sure if this one's long enough for my waist, but you'll get the idea. It could be a little longer for my waist, but you get the idea. I think skinny scarves make adorable belts. And they could, imagine putting this through the belt loops on your jeans and then tying it in the front. That would be cute too. Now, my hair is not styled today for a headband, so you'll have to forgive me and try to think outside the box on this one. Imagine if I was somebody that had long, lush braids or big curly hair, or I even had my hair blown out and straight and just pulled back. And you would pick a yarn that contrasts with your hair colors so that the stitch work would pop. But imagine how cute this would look then. Even if you had short, spiky hair, this would be adorable. But you would have to adjust it for you, and I don't know how to adjust it with my hair in braids, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what that would look like. Good morning. And this one, you could also do this with. I do like the idea of a color that matches my hair like this too. I think this would be super cute if my hair was down. Not in the braids. I don't think it goes. Now if you have really thick and big braids, then yes, this would work. But with my little braids, no, I don't think it works. I would have to wear my hair down. And I will one day so I can show you, but there are other people that could really rock that with more hair. Even a short spiky hair where you have the volume. Looks good with volume. And volume doesn't always mean you have thick hair. It means the hairstyle that you have. So someone with really fun, spiky, short hair would look really great with that too. Does anybody have any questions about that? I'll go through and show all of them one more time before we finish and name everything. But does anybody have any questions before I do that? Judy, you need a texturizing spray in your hair, and you could also add pins for something like that. Use bobby pins to hold stuff in place. But texturizing spray makes your hair have a little more bite to it and things stay in place better. You have big curly hair, it'd be fantastic for you. These would be so much prettier than store-bought headbands. Yeah, Judy, product really helps with fine, silky hair. Lisa has natural curls. You'd look great with the any of the skinny lace scarves as a headband. It'd be so pretty on you then. Someone else has silky hair. Yeah, texturizing sprays really help. Dry shampoo, texturizing spray, any of those things that give you a bite to your hair, it gives you some texture, that it's like gives it teeth so that it sticks to itself and it sticks to other things better. I do that before braiding my hair, and it helps it to stay in place a lot better. Thanks, Lily. Now I gotta think if I can. Okay, so if I forget any of the names of the shawls this morning, here's what I think you can still do before I set up the links later, is if you go to my website and go to the free pattern directory page. I have a page set up so that you can search by yarn, you can search by style of project, you can search by weight of yarn. So if you want to look up any of the skinny scarves, you look up scarf. If you want to look up any of the shrugs, you look up cardi, vest, and shrugs. If you want to look at any of the shawls, you look up by shawls. Or if you want to look, if you remember the name of the yarn, then you're going to look up by yarn type. And that will narrow down the hundreds of patterns, so you'll see the photo, go, oh, that's the one, and you can click on it right away. Thank you, Anna Maria. I love my dress too. It's in my Amazon shop. You can find it at amazon.com/shop/Kristin Omdahl. It has a sewn waistband, which gives it a nice shaping, and a faux wrapped top, which is super attractive with a curvy figure. Gives that belly boob separation that we all love. Okay, so now let's see how many of these I can remember. This is Princess Hibiscus, and it's done in Be So Sporty yarn. This is Sporty Luna Shrug, and it's done in Be So Sporty yarn. This is Starry Nights shawl, done in Be So Fine yarn, and you can find this in Crochet So Fine, one of my books. This, I have no idea what it's called, but it's in my book, Continuous Crochet. This is called Sporty Sky Shrug, a free pattern on my website, and it's in Be So Sporty yarn. This is the Bonita Beach shawl, and it's Be So Fine yarn, and on my website. This is the Lace Sampler shawl, and it is a free pattern on my website, so you could search this by shawl through shawls, and it's in Be So Fine yarn. All of these are one ball projects also. Isn't that amazing? Each one of them is only one ball of yarn, unless that they're, well, one exception. This is Be So Sporty, and it's 2 balls of yarn. 1 ball for the ruffle and 1 ball for the body. The rest of these Be So Fine yarn shawls, they're all 1 ball projects. This is the razor shell shawl, 1 ball of Be So Fine, and on my website. This is the Misty Memories shawl, also a 1 ball project in Be So Fine yarn, and on my website. And now, I don't remember the names of these two, but these are both scarves on my website, so you could find them. This is done in Be So Fine yarn. You'd find this under scarves. And this one's knit with a beautiful edging that's worked the same time as the stitch pattern. And then this one is crocheted. Also a free pattern on my website. You can easily find it by looking under scarf patterns. Does anybody else have any other questions or want to see anything again? I'll wait and see if there's any questions. Hi, Edna. Thanks, Rachel. Hi, Jean Carlos. Sherry, you're requesting the razor shell shawl and crochet? I'm not sure of what you mean. I have something similar in my book, Crochet So, not Crochet So Lovely, in Continuous Crochet. There's a similar, I know, Sarah, I don't have anything to drink with me. I need a drink. Definitely. My tea's in the car. Was the razor shell, this one is knit. Gosh, and we didn't talk about the view at all today. The waves sound fantastic, even though it's a little windy. Yeah, Sherry, if you're looking for that type of a shape in a crochet shawl, I would look at one of the shawls in my book, Continuous Crochet. There's a shawl that has that chevron shaping in crochet. Or you could learn to knit. Oh, thanks, Nancy. Oh, Cindy, that's going to be beautiful. She's making this one with beads. Yeah, that's fantastic. Thank you, Carmen. I'm so glad. I hope my styling tips help you. Oh, and I wanted to give an update on my purse organizer, which I think is just amazing. So I'm carrying a smaller purse these days, and I just wanted to show you what the inside of my purse looks like. I have my organizer in it and nothing else. I haven't blown it yet. And how many weeks have I had this now? 3 or 4 weeks? Look at that. Look at how professional and put together and organized I look. I mean, that's not me. That's not me normally. Normally I have a hot mess in my purse. And so the fact that this organizer is keeping me organized all day, every day, I am finding it just mind-blowing. So anyways, I just wanted to give that update. That it's working over the long haul. Unbelievable. Charlene, hi. Thanks, Mary. I cannot believe how organized I am staying personally with an organizer in my purse. Lily has a mess in her bag too. I'm excited for like my next purse. Like when I get another purse, you know, I might feel comfortable going bigger and not being more messy, because that's always been my problem. I have this ebb and flow between large bags and being a hot mess, and small bags and not having as much stuff, but not having as much of a hot mess. And so with the organizer, I can carry so much stuff in a small bag and not feel like I'm being left out. So it'll be interesting to see how I feel when I'm organizing a larger bag. Yeah, Judy, yeah, as soon as I need to switch up colors, that will be so fun. KB just bought 2 of my bags. Oh, awesome. You mean these? Did you buy some of these? The tote bags? Yay, Lisa doesn't have a hot mess in her bag anymore because of the organizer. I'm so happy to hear that. It makes me feel so much better. Hi, Ace. Thank you, Karen. I brought 2 of them this morning. I brought so much stuff that I needed 2 bags, so I have. See, so they're 2-sided printed, so it's Create, Share, Inspire on one side and my logo on the other. It's 100% organic cotton canvas, and it's humongous. It's 19 inches wide by 12 inches tall with a 4-inch flat bottom gusset and then the handles. So because it has that big gusset, it can sit up real nice on its own when it's full. Makes a great great carrier of project bags. So like you could put several projects in here at one time and have everything in one place. Really awesome. Love the size. So in my other bag, I've got all of these sample garments. So I can show you when it's, all of those garments that I showed you today are all inside one bag. And it can totally, these are both like halfway full. You can see that they can sit up on their own. Can you see that? And they can totally sit on their own because of that flat bottom. Oh, we've gone over on time. Whoopsie. Anyway, let's take a minute here to look out at this magnificent view, soak in the colors, the sound of these amazing waves, and set our intentions for the day. Thanks everybody so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed the sunrise, the sound of the waves, the beautiful scenery, chatting with me and everyone else here. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye!